angels. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all really well. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever day it is, I hope you're having a truly special one. Well, I have had the dreamiest start to the day. I have opened up the curtains to yet again another exquisite day here in the UK. I cannot believe we are like the middle of March and it literally could be a summer's day. I mean, it's definitely chilly out there, but opening up that window and listening to the birds sing in the orchard is definitely one of my favourite parts of the day. And they're just singing that little bit more this morning. And I don't know, days like today, I really let myself romanticize my mornings and just like enjoy every single second of it. I've got a bit of time this morning, which is heavenly. And on mornings like today, I will run myself a bath, look at the birds and kind of watch the world wake up from my bathroom window, do a bit of skincare, really focus on the old face, do a little bit of lymphatic drainage, you know what, pop a load of moisturizer on, just really fall in love with my morning routines. I've got my gorgeous frilly, kind of like Anne Boleyn Queen Elizabeth dressing gown on, which I'm obsessed with. It's from a brand, it's actually from a maternity brand, but please do not jump on that bandwagon. It is my Christmas present from Venera and Cameron, and it's just so sweet. It's like this sort of like old Dior design. I've shown it to you a couple of times now before, and I just seem to be living in it. So have had a delicious bath. I can't even tell you, lighting a candle and just like I say, romanticizing every single small moment makes my day just start off the very best way. Now I've got a divine day ahead of me, and even better now that the sun is shining. I've got quite a busy day in the office with the girls. There's so much happening at the moment, and so you guys make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. There's some vlogs coming up that I know you guys are going to love. But literally, as I said, starting off my day, and something that I've actually shown you before that I will not get tired of banging on about is my Surrey toothbrush. Did I ever think I was going to come onto my YouTube channel and brush my teeth with you? No. But is it the most luxurious experience to have added into my daily routine that I absolutely love? The answer is yes. And I am so excited to be working with Surrey on this vlog, but it's something that has just changed the toothbrush game for me and my everyday routine. It's made it a luxurious one, and have a little look at the toothbrush. Not only does it look absolutely beautiful in my bathroom, this is the Sunset Bloom. For those of you who might not know about Surrey, that is the branding. And just look at it. It's sleek, it's sonic, it's sustainable, and it's just epic. Honestly, like I said, it's actually quite literally made a luxurious toothbrush experience. It's safe to say I have tried a lot of electric toothbrushes, and to be honest with you, they're bulky, the battery life is terrible, they make a mess around my bathroom, and I was sick and tired of having to travel with so many different things in order to use my toothbrush. And so that when I tried Surrey and I heard about the brand, like I always say to you, I have to know so many different things about the brand before actually trying the product. Then I did, and I'm never going back. So for those of you who might not know about Surrey, they are changing the way that we think about toothbrushes. They are creating a one-hit wonder, let me tell you. It is beautifully designed, plant-based heads that are exceptional. It has 30,000 sonic vibrations. It has the most beautiful, slim aluminium body. And don't even get me started about the battery life. Not only does it make your teeth feel so polished and clean, quite literally walking out of the hygienist, and no wonder why that it is approved by dentists. But I really wanted to put it to the test in terms of the battery life, and they say 40+ day battery, and I'm here to tell you that it's going to last longer. Very bad of me, and they probably will not want me to say that, but I was absolutely flabbergasted by the battery life. I just wanted to see how long it would go, and it's safe to say that it lasted like 2 months, over 2 months, and I did not charge it. So it is amazing. So if you want to go away for the weekend, if you want to go on holiday, even up to a month, you literally only have to charge it, they say, once a month. It is really rather remarkable. And something that I really loved is the fact that Surrey believes we need fewer, simpler, but better products, creating a product that is not only sleek and beautiful, but something that works and something that we genuinely enjoy using, and creating an object that we use every single day and something that we love and will have forever. If you guys have been thinking about using an electric toothbrush, save your money and save your time and buy one that will last you forever, and you will begin to love brushing your teeth. Now, for those of you who have been YouTube subscribers for a long time will know that I live a very fast-paced life, and sometimes things can escape me. So when I need to remember to order things, I tend to forget, and then they arrive too late. It's deodorant, dog food, and my toothbrush heads. A subscription for me is a non-negotiable. It is a must, and that's something that I love that Surrey offers. They offer a subscription basis where the heads will literally just arrive in the post. They are fully recyclable and they are plant-based heads, which I think is unbelievable. And another thing I love is the fact that they do a fair few colors, and that's definitely something I don't think any other toothbrush brand has ever thought about, is the way that it looks and makes you feel in your bathroom. So I have the beautiful Sunset Bloom. They also do a really beautiful kind of like pastel-y pistachio color called Winter Fern, and then they've also got the Petrol Blue, which Mark has. I would show you, but it's currently in Mallorca with him, called Morning Waves. They do black, they do white, so they really think about the toothbrush and how it's going to look and fit in to your everyday routine. And if you're anything like me, you know what, I love the way that my bathroom looks. I don't want a big ugly clunky toothbrush ruining the aesthetic of anything. And another thing that I've really noticed, and it's no lie, you guys know how much I love coffee, and I once tried teeth whitening, and oh my goodness, I had to like walk around like it was horrific. The sensitivity, never again. But I genuinely feel as though this toothbrush has actually, I don't know, my teeth seem and appear so much whiter. People have actually asked me what whitening products I'm using. I'm not. It's literally my Surrey toothbrush. Now, in terms of charging her, she comes with the Pebble USB charging cable. I actually keep the cable in the cupboard and let it charge, as I said, barely once a month. But it also does come with the magnetic pebble that sticks to your mirror. I will leave a picture on screen now of what that looks like. It's so handy. For those of you who like to have your toothbrush on your mirror, you grab it, you brush, you go. It is so handy. However, they do also do the pebble one, so should you wish to have your toothbrush and the charger stored away, you can, and they give you that option, which I love. Another product which you guys can get on the website, it has this very nifty little button here. This is the case, and it has a UV light that kills 99.9% of bacteria. That was like a game changer for me. That was like a one-stop shop absolute yes. So I'm gonna stop wobbling on and actually brush my teeth. And it's just so lovely. Again, I can't believe I'm brushing my teeth on YouTube, but I know you guys will literally fall in love with this product as much as I had done. It also has that great little beep where it lets you know that you can move on to your bottom teeth. Now, it sounds like a very bizarre thing to say. I wish you could actually feel how clean my teeth feel. And you know what, I've had a bit of a dentistry journey myself, in all honesty. I have, you may have noticed, I have an implant as one of my front teeth, and finding a toothbrush that I personally feel really gets in and around it and makes sure that there is, you know, no decay, I've got no plaque, I've got no food stuck in it. It's something that I've struggled with finding a toothbrush that actually really works, and I'm just so excited that I've welcomed Surrey to the family, and I will never be going back. The innovative design, the fact that it is dentist approved, it's beautiful, it works, and the battery life is just astonishing. I cannot recommend it enough. So they have been extremely kind and offered me 20% off to you guys. So of course I will leave all the details on screen. If you use SME, that will get you 20% off. Give it a go, and I truly believe that you are going to love it. But if you don't, they do have a 100-day money back guarantee. So they have a sneaky feeling, and I have a sneaky feeling, you guys are going to fall in love with your Surrey toothbrushes as much as I have done. And I bought Mark one, and he is never going back. It sounds really strange, but I've actually got a couple for my family, and they are now all converted to Surrey fans. They're obsessed, and my mum loves the little toothbrush heads. Another great thing to know, and something that I do all the time, because sometimes I don't have the time to do both, is that I will quickly put my toothpaste on my toothbrush, run into the shower and do my teeth at the same time. I feel like that is the most Leonora thing I've ever said in my life, but sometimes we are in a rush and we don't have time to do everything, and I'm just not willing to either be stinky or go out without my teeth brushed. But it is also waterproof, and definitely something that I feel like you guys should know about. We're putting it underwater, and when you think about it being an electric toothbrush, you're not going to electrocute yourself. But anyway, I am going to finish off the rest of my skincare morning routine. I need to pop a tiny bit of makeup on because we are filming today. I've also got a very exciting day in the garden. Today is the day that I am going to get my green fingers into the soil, because we have had an extremely exciting delivery from David Austin. We are starting our English country border today and starting to get the roses into the ground. So we're going to go and talk to Steve about that, about the planting plan. He has put some stakes in the ground from Johnny's planting design, which is so beautiful. I tell you what, I'm going to show it to you because it's just exquisite. And I cannot wait to bring this English country border to life. And I'm going to share that journey with you guys. So I truly hope you've enjoyed my little morning routine as much as I've done. And again, I will leave all the details to the toothbrush on screen now, and let's just go and spend a beautiful, sunny, divine, gorgeous day here in the countryside together. the blossom is literally just about to pop. And I can see Steve has been very busy over there, so we need to head over. Oh, I cannot wait to see this come to life. Dressed and ready to head out to go and have a meeting with Steve outside. I can't wait to get out there, get some fresh air. I've been a little bit head down on my computer this morning, but have a little bit of time in my diary. I'm all about the time blocking and like diary management. I'm trying to stick to it and be better, just so that I can make sure that my day is scheduled, and I try not to miss anything. But this is like the ultimate at-home, cozy, comfy, country look. I've got my Holland Cooper contour trousers. I go as far as to say they're like a mixture between a trouser and a legging, and just the way that they like you is amazing. Highly recommend. And these are in their gorgeous like olive color. Then I've got their 3/4 zip cable, and it's the kind of very thin cable knit. It's beautiful. It's so soft and they wash so well. And so if it's like absolutely perishing, I can do it up and it just fits so nicely. You can wear it out or in. So that's the vibe. And then I've got my one size waterproof outdoor coat on. This one actually doesn't have the branding on the back. I know a lot of you either loved the branding or the branding wasn't for you. So on the short coat in the navy, you have the branding on the back. However, with the olive long, you don't have any branding apart from the really gorgeous Holland Cooper, really subtle, very elegant at the bottom there. But anyway, this coat is always full of gravy bones because I have very naughty little gravy bone lovers down here. But let's head outside and go and see our very exciting delivery. I think Steve has popped actually the majority in the border already. However, I'm desperate to get my hands and knees into the soil, so let's head outside. We've also got a new tree in, which looks fantastic. The last one here, sadly, I'm not quite sure what happened to it, but it died. And then we've been waiting to find the perfect one. Ooh. I think there must be something in there. A little birdie. Oh, you a little birdie? Or are you something I don't want to see? It's definitely not a sausage dog, but yeah, I think that they look fantastic. The water feature is looking stunning, and hopefully not too long before we get some beautiful water lilies. And then everything is just doing so well. Look at all of these beautiful spring bulbs, florals, snowdrops. They look absolutely stunning. So let's head down to the bed. Here we are out in the garden, and in true gardening style, you guys are actually balanced on the wheelbarrow. Oh my goodness, we're really getting into this, aren't we? But I'm so excited about this project. The gardens and being in the orchard and outside, and obviously being a serious country bumpkin myself, I don't know, gardening is such a huge passion of mine. It's something that I want to get so much more involved in. Obviously we have an incredible team here at home, and I am in no matter of means taking any credit whatsoever with any of the planting here. But I do take real pride in thinking about, obviously, and ordering the bulbs and plant, all the herbaceous borders, the trees, the fruits, and I always try to do absolutely everything I possibly can to give things like another life. So really enjoying watching the blossom bloom and then taking it into the house and creating amazing tablescapes with it, to all of the apples and making applesauce and crumbles, and really every single aspect of having a garden like this. I feel extremely fortunate. So we kind of have a serious project on our hands, and as I've told you guys before, we have this yew hedge behind us, and we wanted to pop in a hedge like this, you know, in some ways for privacy and security and all of that sort of thing. And we had a very, very established English country border, beautiful herbaceous border here. It was actually straight and it was just filled with abundance, absolutely beautiful, and heartbreakingly we sadly weren't able to keep it when popping the hedge in. We did take a few bits and pieces out and plant them elsewhere. However, the majority, it's just a conversation I'm sadly not able to have because I will start crying. But the silver lining is that we are able to start from scratch, and obviously Steve is just so unbelievable when it comes to the florals and the plantings and the prunings, and his knowledge and experience is just second to none. And actually this will be, I think, like, he's worked for us just over a year now, so this will kind of be like his first whole year of being able to see his work come to life. And so we have, with Johnny Murdoch, come up with a planting plan, and I promised I'd show you guys. But what I'll do, it has actually got my address on, so I will actually place it over the top here, blanking out a few personal details, but it will be able to give you guys an understanding of a planting program and what the professionals suggest that we should do. And then Steve has ordered it all, got it all. We've got the roses here from the bare roots, and it is time to start planting it. And I just thought now is the time that I can learn and get my hands and knees and everything dirty, and I just can't wait to get soil underneath my nails. So very kindly, Steve has done the majority already. Here he is. And look at this, I'm practically a gardener. I'm balancing my camera on the wheelbarrow. In the right colours, of course, we've got to look the part. So, tell me, we've got the roses, and so David Austin, for those of you who might not know, is one of the greatest rose growers in the UK. From 1961, the most fragrant and beautiful English roses you could possibly have. And I'm very excited. I think it's one of the best deliveries I think I've ever had, Steve. It's very exciting.
They're the best in the game.
They are the best in the game, and so we're starting from scratch.
Yeah, which is quite nice.
It's so exciting. This is going to be your baby.
Yeah, amongst other things, we've got a lot to do.
Yes, we've got a lot to do.
Yeah,
you've done a fantastic job with the soil and getting the mulch down and giving it the best possible chance.
Yeah, that's the advantage of doing it from scratch.
Yeah.
If you're playing between plants, it's difficult to get feed into it.
Yeah.
This is a mushroom compost. There's manure, shredded straw. It feeds the ground.
Delicious.
If you go with a wood chip, which looks great, and stuff over there, it's fairly neutral. It doesn't do anything, and this is your opportunity to feed the ground.
Amazing. So first and foremost, we started off here with a straight, rather boring and rather structured border. And Steve, first and foremost, you have curved it into the other bed that's going down into the rose font garden, and it looks absolutely stunning. You've done the most exceptional job.
As well, once we've got some of the perennial planting, softer stuff at the front, it'll soften it even further.
Absolutely.
Which is what it needs.
So we have got David Austin's bare roots. We've got different variations in terms of roses. So can we go down? I see you've started off down the other side there. It looks fantastic. I'm just leaning down to get my phone. So we started off at this little wall here, and basically what Johnny's designed is to do little groups of different roses.
We've got Olivia Austin at the end.
Olivia
That's
Austin.
a real soft yellow.
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely stunning, like a buttercup yellow, which will be beautiful. And we'll have quite a lot of colour in this bed, won't we?
Well, yeah. By the time we get delphiniums and everything else we've got coming in, we should have and it'll look nice against the dark.
I can't
Background
wait.
of the hedge.
I can't wait. Then we've got the Rosa Desmona.
Nibevin.
Oh, amazing.
Which is, actually no, she's a pink, sorry.
She's a
Olivia's
pink.
Nibevin is a yellow. Soft
Amazing.
Yellow. It's a soft yellow, and it sort of bleaches, not white but creamier.
Amazing.
Desdemona is the white.
Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely
and
gorgeous.
Then Olivia again, and we've got more Desi at the end.
Fantastic. So it's scattered throughout and having like little groups of the same colour. And then we've got some new trees in, which look fantastic.
Yeah, the avalanches there, that's cracking. They really are fantastic plants.
And they're going to do really well, aren't they, here?
Hopefully, yeah.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So in terms of the bare roots themselves, which when they first arrived, I was like, oh, they didn't look like roses, but they come looking like this. And then you've got the roots at the very bottom. And this is the time of year to get your roses in.
Anywhere, well, I always say after Christmas, up to now, you'll just notice the ones we've got planted, the buds are just starting to open.
Okay.
So I wanted to get them in now.
Get them in the ground.
Get them in now, their roots will be looking to get set in the ground and away.
Amazing. And I can see
if you
you've...
leave it any later, you just end up watering and watering and watering. You want to get the plants to go down and find it for themselves.
Interesting. Okay, so the roots themselves will suck up the water from the earth.
Yeah.
Gosh, that is incredible. And I can see you've given them a bit of space. How much space will the root need at the bottom? I can see you've given them sort of like half a metre each.
The canopy of the plant.
Okay, so when it grows up, obviously the rose...
Olivia and Desdemona are around about 3 feet across at maturity.
Okay.
So obviously you've got to have that space, and we've come in slightly in that because we want everything quite dense. But
yeah,
eventually I want underplanting as well.
Yes.
My berry's a little bit smaller. That's about
a little bit smaller.
2 for 6.
Beautiful. My gosh, I'm like, oh, my blood is pumping around my body.
When you're doing something, you've got a bare border.
Yeah.
And apart from the 3 main plants in it, it's guesswork as to where you put things. So you've got to start with something like that you know. You
definitely got that in. Yeah, well, actually, it'd be quite good to look back at this YouTube channel so that we can remember where everything went in. I suppose you've got lots of pictures.
As we've gone, a progression of sort of
document
cultivation and all the way through the stone pick, which was never ending.
Oh no.
There was a path that went through there. I must have had half a ton of gravel out there. And John's had, I don't know how many barrel loads.
You guys have done such an exceptional job, and there's me just swanning in at the end. Who's going to pop one of these in? I'm so excited. Right, where do I start? What do we do?
Grab your spade, I shall find you a rose.
Oh, but look at this. I can't even cope. I am so excited.
Because you don't want to stop dehydrating. You've got little root hairs on here, which if they dehydrate,
so when your bare roots are ripe, would you suggest to pop them in a pot like this of water?
No, really, an hour and a half, up to 2 hours.
Give them a good
drink. Yeah, it's just so they hydrate.
Okay.
They're in the best state to go in the ground.
Gosh.
If you're not going to plant them for a couple of days, just heal them in the ground somewhere. They came in some nice plastic bags, so they weren't going to dry out too much.
No, they came packaged to perfection.
We had with all the frost and stuff. I just wanted to get them underground, so just sink them in the ground quickly.
Okay.
When I fished them out, just give them a bit of a soak and we're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
So that is your bare root plant.
There is my David Austin.
We need it to be planted for the union there, so you want to be covering that round about inch and a half.
Amazing. And which variation of rose is this?
This one is the Desdemona.
The Desdemona. The Desdemona. Oh wow. This is so exciting. I feel like it's my baby.
Full of stones underneath, you can guarantee it, but we shall start there.
And so you've staked out where you want your
rough positions.
Okay.
Rough positions.
Okay, fantastic.
And I've got some miracles as well, which
So you're out here, and this could be the start of a new career, Steve. I could be your apprentice. I have to add it to in my diary, in my schedule. And there I am, gardening Leonora coming up.
My causal fungal.
Oh wow.
Granules.
Okay, and what does this do?
This basically it forms like almost a symbiotic thing with the roses. It's quite a recent thing actually. It's only more than dust, but it's in the early years particularly, it helps the plants access water and nutrients, because obviously these aren't going to be suddenly sucking up water until they've got into the ground.
Okay.
This stuff will develop quicker, the fungi, and then it latches onto the roots.
Interesting.
And then it helps the absorption and.
Wow, the overall health.
It's worth doing. I wouldn't normally bother with small perennial stuff.
Okay.
But with something like this is going to be in for a long, long time. It's worth feed the bed, do everything you can for them.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
going to be in a while. So.
Oh my gosh! I've gone from the bush in Africa to the border in the countryside.
No, excuse me, what, Steve? We've got to do the whole shebang.
I'm just checking that I haven't stuck
okay.
a path underneath here.
Oh, right, okay.
That looks
You know,
alright.
I'm very willing to get my hands dirty.
See, you've got some good topsoil here.
Oh, beautiful topsoil.
And I've got a load of compost underneath it as well, so it's
Ooh.
that's the advantage. If you're planting into made up beds already, it's difficult to incorporate stuff like this, but with a new bed like this is your chance to, you're only going to get this chance once.
Fresh.
Yeah, you can always put something on top, but it's never the same. You want to get as much underneath it as possible. Look after the soil, and then the soil will look after you.
So how far down do you have to dig to get this beautiful root in? Is much, I suppose. Oh wow. Okay, well, I might have to strip off for this.
Basically, you want to get a good depth, and you want a decent width.
Okay.
A foot, 15 inches. Go with a foot at me, because that's quite a narrow one.
Okay.
But when you offer the plant up,
yeah,
you want it so the roots aren't being distorted, that they're sitting as they are there.
Okay.
So
Can I give you the baby back? Right.
feel free to knock yourself out.
Okay. Not quite literally. I have been known to do that on this YouTube channel once or twice.
Any stones, just throw them to the side, and we'll sort them out afterwards.
Ooh. For the crunch.
There is a nice band of clay and flint down there underneath. If you go far enough down, which you'll probably just about hit.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
We've got a fork that you can, once we've got the hole made out, we can work a fork through it so that you'll have drainage and loosen it, and
Oh, that's
it'll just let the
fantastic,
roots
Lucy.
run through.
It's like natural drainage, I suppose.
Well, again, you've just got to give every chance, the plant every chance it's got.
Oh, we actually went around with Johnny on Sunday talking about where the greenhouse is potentially going to go, and I've got the RHS magazine inside for you. I must bring that out, and we're just talking about where it could go. So is that enough? A bit more?
It needs to be wider.
Oh, wider,
Yeah,
okay.
a lot wider.
Okay. And so one option, although there's not much sun there, is on the back wall of the orchard, you know, almost outside the master
On the
bedroom,
gable end there, yeah.
underneath, which actually, if you have a closer look, it does look like something could have potentially been
Probably
there
was, yeah.
in the past. And then what we were thinking is the pergola the other side could be the doorway through where the mirror is, knock a hole through the wall,
Yeah.
and you walk into the greenhouse. Could be epic. Or
It's quite shady there, isn't it?
yeah, that's the problem. Or what he said, it could go courtyard garden, other side of the fountain, make a little hallway, like, go on, making it right meal of making a hole. Leonora, how hard can it be to dig a hole? I'd obviously be very bad if I was digging a hole for someone else. Right, you can all go ahead and have a right old giggle at me. It could go there, so those are the options. And my goal for this year is to get a bloody greenhouse for you, Steve.
It depends on what you want in the greenhouse. If it's going to be a show house, yes, it's nice to have some nice light in it, but and also the design of the house. You know, if you're going to be bringing big pots in and out, you want big doors, and
Yeah.
you need to give it a thought. Greenhouses and like sheds, it doesn't matter how big you get, you'll fill it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you need
it's like
to
jewellery boxes.
You need to think about what the end game is.
Okay, well I kind of think we need a bit of both, Steve. I need like
Yeah.
practicality, but also somewhere where I could potentially host a lunch party.
Well, then you are looking big. Yeah.
Right, how am I doing?
You're getting there.
Oh Christ, okay. Okay,
Let's get a fork. Yeah.
this is, my goodness gracious me. And we had over 50 roses.
Well, 51 of them went in yesterday, so
Oh my gosh, okay, right. You're definitely digging a hole much quicker than I am. Am I making
I've had an awful lot of practice.
Oh Christ. Okay. Wow, look at those. Okay,
That's it. If we give that a stone pick and then go with a fork, just loosen it up.
get rid of these bad boys. And then, I think that's clay.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah. You're gonna. There's a clay and flint band we've got through here, which is
Amazing.
it's good in some respects. It holds the moisture.
Is she okay? Oh wow.
There's your flint and chalks.
Oh wow. Okay, so basically you were being far too polite to me. You said I needed to give it a bit more welly.
I didn't say a thing. Not a thing.
Get some elbow grease in there, Leo. Okay. Wowzers. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so you loosen it all up.
We fish that out.
Yeah.
There should be plenty. That's what I mean about the flints.
Yeah, a few flints down here, but like you say, I suppose it like holds it though,
Yeah,
and creates a natural irrigation system for the water to trickle through.
It holds the moisture down though, which is the main thing. And in all honesty, apart from the amelanchiers and the roses, the perennials won't ever get down that low.
Okay.
These things, you know,
Well,
they
this
will
is
get
the-
some good roots if you give them somewhere to go.
Exactly. Well, I feel like this is going to be the start of a new series called The Glamorous Gardener and Her Expert Steve. Oh my goodness. Right, here we go. I feel like this is a real monumental moment, Steve.
Ruffle that up. So you've got your union there, that needs to be about 1.5 inches below, which is going to sit there.
Okay.
The roots, apart from that big fella there, pretty much unhindered, they're free.
So are you okay to bend them slightly?
You can curl them up a little bit, but yeah, you want the roots to be where they want to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to cram it in too much.
Cram them in. So shall I make that slightly wider, or are you happy with that?
I think we'll be alright with that.
Okay.
We should be okay.
And then we
A
sprinkle
little bit of
in
this one, of course, your stuff. A little bit on the backfill.
Okay.
A little bit in the hole, and then we'll also just dust the roots.
Wow.
Doesn't need much.
Okay.
Some more for the rest of the plants. And then this is the mucky bit. So
Okay, this is
hold that where you need it, and then we'll just
Okay.
tease. I know
Okay,
you're
get
supposed
rid
to
of
wear
the-
gloves. As you see, the cuts on my fingers will prove you do need to wear gloves, but
Oh no, this one
sometimes
about
it's
having
easier to feel what you're
soil
doing.
in your hands.
There was a time you go in with your boot to compress this, but
Far too
I
delicate.
think on the whole now you need to just go a bit careful, especially on this clay we've got here. You'll compact it and then you'll end up with a mud bath.
Big clogs.
There's another big stone.
God, I can't believe it. She's in. And then just cover her up.
And just wait. You'll see your unions disappear in there.
Yeah. And then give it a little bit of a... And then you'll keep these little labels on.
Keep them on for the time being, because apart from anything else, I'm going to have to work in there. It's nice if I can't see that and start catching a
Very
label or something.
true. Very true. So when are we going to start seeing some roses? How quickly will it take to flower?
Hopefully it'll get going in the next couple of weeks. You'll see the buds start. Well, some of the buds are already starting, to be quite honest. But once they need to get their toes in some moisture,
Yeah.
and once they've got that, they should start to develop. We'll have flowers this year, definitely.
Beyond exciting. And then what's the plan with the herbaceous planting, sort of the underplanting here?
Johnny's plan, basically everything I've got coming, I've got part 1 delivery Thursday
Yeah.
and part 2 Friday next week. So I'll get everything. I'll start planting if I can, but I can only plant when I've got the whole
Of
area,
course.
because you need to sort of make sure. It's
That's
like doing a
going there and
jigsaw with
that's
no
going
picture.
here.
Without
It's
the
like
picture.
planning outfits, Steve. You've got to make sure you've got the shoes,
As you can
bag,
tell, it's
and
not something I
jewellery.
suffer with.
Actually, I think you look fantastic if you ask me. We're going to have to get you in some Holland Cooper kit.
But,
But,
you need everything here to sort of space everything out.
Yeah,
you
gotta
know, fill in
plan
the
it.
gaps, yeah.
Fab.
We're definitely going to be needing something for the underplanting of the roses.
Yeah, I would kind of think they're the star of the show, most
will
certainly
be.
in this,
Yeah, they will be,
in this
yeah.
border.
But July, August, we get the bulb catalogues, so we can
Shop
go
away.
crazy. Everything over there is full of tulips, and
Yeah.
so I'm hoping we can rest on that for a little while and spend a bit of time and effort and a bit of money in here.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. Time and effort, I'm all yours. Money.
Time and effort.
Definitely
That's
inexpensive.
all it needs, really.
Gardening's, yeah, not quite as expensive as horses. However, yeah, the hobbies
No.
are. I have to work hard to give my dogs a nice lifestyle and the garden. Right, am I able to do one more?
Feel
And then I
free.
promise
Yeah, feel free.
I will leave you to it. But this is so cool. Okay, right. Okay, loosen this up. I'm not going to spend 4 hours and 1,600 million moments digging a hole. Right, there we go. Oh, and we've got so many exciting things to come. Chelsea Flower Show. It's going to be amazing. Have you seen?
Be nice to see if we get the weather this year. It
Oh
was
my
spoilt last year with the
gosh,
weather.
do you remember?
It was spoilt really.
It was
People worked
so.
very
I felt
hard and it was
very lucky to go on press day, and it was glorious sunshine. And literally a matter of 12 hours, we went the next day, which was Mark's birthday, and it was torrential
It wasn't a lot
rain.
of fun. It's a shame.
It
It
was
is a shame because it's our showpiece really, but
It was, but I can't wait to see the Day of Boston. I feel like they're going, I mean, they go big every year.
well, in all honesty, they've set precedents for themselves. They haven't got a choice now.
No one quite does it like them.
It's all the big names are saying they get a gold and then they need another gold, and
Exactly.
so they have to keep working for it. So. But it drives the industry.
It does indeed. And I'm desperate once we get our greenhouse. Do you think next to it we can have a slight cutting garden? I know last year I broke your heart with the hydrangeas, which I promise I'm not going to do again. So can we plant some hydrangeas that I'm actually allowed to?
We can sort something out. Like I say, it depends on where it goes and what light we've got as to what we can and can't do.
Okay, because
There's nothing wrong with it. We can take from the beds and borders. I think we just need to sort of share where we take them from. 'Cause if you
Okay.
take everything from one shrub, obviously, then there's nothing
that
left.
one. Yeah, that's very true.
Just take a rule of thirds. Take a third off of one or two as you go.
Sounds like a plan, and I'd love to get some Leonora roses in. It is a cut rose, hence why they're not in the beds, but that would be a dream. Ugh. Right, slightly self-obsessed of course, but you can't not have a Leonora rose.
Same sort of depth. I think you're going to have
Same
to go a bit wider
slightly
again.
a bit wider. Okay. Right. Can't wait to see all the colour. Okay. A bit more this side. Bob's your uncle. Definitely keeps you fit there, Steve. Oh,
Don't mind it when you got that sun on your back.
oh, it's heaven on earth. Fresh air. Okay, bird song. Okay.
Yeah, you don't mind it when the sun's out. It's a rare thing nowadays. But,
I did feel for you last week.
Yeah, we've had three or 4 months where I've been in a coat every day,
Oh,
just filling me wellies with rain.
oh.
But
We're both head down. I'm walking around the orchard with those bloody dogs, and you're head down trying to hide from the rain.
you basically just have to do the hours.
Okay,
It comes good in the end.
happy?
I think I'll do. I'll get my fork in there.
Okay.
Loosen it up. Should be okay.
Amazing. Right, let's go. Get this. Oh, do you want me to fish the
Yeah,
whole
fish
lot
out
out?
the space.
Of course.
If I split in splits there, that's what you're supposed to wear gloves, but I don't.
Protection first. Ugh. That's definitely some form of workout. Oh, they do that like back. Okay, couple more down there.
Sit there nicely. It's not contorted or anything, so it should be fine.
Yeah? In she goes.
A little bit deeper. It's going to want to sit there.
Okay.
Just crumble it in. Topsoil is good. It's obviously imported, but it is good.
It feels lovely.
Just give that a little bit of a firm.
Bad boy up. There we go. Our next little baby is planted to perfection. I can't wait to watch her bloom. I feel like I see what you mean. They're like your little babies, Steve.
No, you
Watch
just got to
them
give them a
grow.
chance. They want to grow.
Yeah.
That's the advantage. If you've got good stock, they want to do it all for you, so you just got to give them the chance.
Well,
That's half the battle.
I'm so excited. I think that this is going to be just outstanding.
Give us a fortnight.
Yeah.
Let me get the perennials in.
And then we'll be back.
And yeah, we'll see. Everything should start going. Hopefully, my perennials should be like that, so I'll be able to see what I'm doing.
Well, I can't wait to learn from you, Steve. This is very exciting.
No,
Get
it'd be
my
nice to have a hand.
hands dirty.
Yeah, that's it. It's your,
Yeah.
You have fun with your nails.
Look at this. No, don't you worry. I've spent my whole life shoveling horse poo and like rolling up my sleeves. I kind of feel a very proud mother. Mother and father. It's a bit of a Joe McCall situation, isn't it? I'm the mother, you're the father. Anna, you're the aunt. There we go. Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to see this flourish, and thank you so much, Steve.
No
This
problem.
is going to be epic.
And there you want to drive the air out and you want little soil particles to wash
So as
into it.
soon as you've planted, well, I suppose
No,
do the first,
Before you go home.
before you go home,
Yeah,
really
everything
drench
else,
it.
all you can see, everything
Yeah,
here,
you've-
done good soak yesterday.
Okay.
And that's it's not because they're thirsty, you want to wash the soil into the roots.
What
You'll
a
never do.
fantastic
Water
tip.
is
Key.
unless it's falling on me,
Yeah.
if it's on the ground it's a good thing.
Okay. Interesting. I always say that. You always got to look at the silver lining. If it's absolutely peeing it down, the ducks are loving it and the garden's loving it.
Gardener isn't, but the garden.
No, poor Steve's not. So think of Steve when it's absolutely peeing it down. Gorgeous. I think the tulips are going to be outstanding this year.
This is the garlic.
That's the wild garlic with a slight little bit of pale yellow in the middle. Pale green, I should say. And then those
But
are
the
just
young
coming
leaves are
up.
better. When they get a bit big and older, they're quite stringent. They really are quite painful to eat.
Well, I've got the best wild garlic pesto. We might have to have a luncheon from all the garden produce. I'm being watched. I'm being watched. Oh, are you in jail? Are you in jail? You're so delicious. Hi, little cretin. Mummy's here. Mummy's here. Come on then. Let's go, my sweet, precious children. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is just heavenly. Honestly, heaven on earth. I am smiling ear to ear. And look at these sweet peas just galloping around their orchard. Well, that was absolutely divine. Sorry, I'm getting blinded by the sunshine. I should not be apologising for that. I am thoroughly enjoying it, but what a gorgeous time with Steve, and it's just fascinating just listening to him and his passion and his knowledge and his expertise. And I just can't wait to be, you know, a much bigger part of the gardens here. I've always, from a very, very young age, admired, I suppose, somebody else's work, and I adore the gardens and the flowers and spending as much time as I possibly can outside. And do you know what, sometimes I get a little bit too whisked up in the world, you know, my working world, and I spend hours and more hours than I'm happy to admit staring at a computer. And do you know what, sometimes I just think, push out my chair, put my wellies on, and I walk around the orchards and the gardens. And as you guys know, I am so passionate about floral arranging and creating just the most exquisite planters and vases and all these amazing creations that we have in our home. But I should be better at knowing how they grow and be able to grow them. That is a sprinting sausage, if you guys weren't aware. Being able to grow them myself and be able to look at one of these English country borders and know the journey and the life of it. I'm very excited for this, and to kind of have Steve there to help me and teach me, and I'm completely useless, but I'm just excited to learn. And I'm so grateful to David Austin. We are working together on creating just the most unbelievable border you've ever seen, and hopefully we can get them out to Mallorca too, because if you guys are frequent viewers of my YouTube channel, you'll know that we're so fortunate to have a huge rose collection in Mallorca, and the last owners like to, I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but they said that we had one of the largest collection of David Austin roses in the Balearics, the Queen of Sweden. So to get David Austin out there and for the team to see the roses and potentially fill the gaps, it would be extremely special for you guys to be able to also see, you know, what does really well here in England and in this type of weather, and what does really well in obviously a lot hotter temperatures. But anyway, I am enjoying walking around the rest of the garden, just having a little look at all of the pots and the trees and seeing how snowdrops are doing. These are gorgeous roses. We've got tulips sprouting. I cannot wait to see how all of the pots are going to look. These roses, I mean, look, we've got teeny tiny little buds already. They're just screaming to bloom. It's going to be quite the garden this spring, summer. And that's the other thing I love, is the fact that he has planted it to be able to flourish in all seasons. And I think that's extremely special. But anyway, I'm gonna head inside and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Absolutely divine. I feel like we've started today together and we are ending the day together, kind of like a bit of a full circle moment. But I've had so many of you asking to do an evening routine, and I cannot remember the last time we actually, in some ways, like got ready for bed together. I've just had a gorgeous bath and I really want to encourage you guys to enjoy the small moments, and when you're feeling, I don't know, a little bit down or having a blue day, or as my mum calls it, a blue dog day, to really take the beauty out of really small things, whether you can walk around your garden or walk around where you live and listen to the bird song. Watch an old married couple hold hands and it bring a smile to your face. Maybe make your favorite coffee. Go crazy and go and buy your favorite coffee if you can. Take a hot bath, light your favorite candle, and just really, really enjoy the small moments. Romanticize every single part of your life. And trust me, little by little, you will begin to like really fall in love with your life. My gosh, we're getting quite deep. And also I must excuse like the tomato face, but you guys know by now, like I want to show up on my YouTube channel as who I am and kind of bring you along with me, not for all of the glam bits where I'm all made up and have professional makeup and big bouncy blow dries, but also the moments where I'm not feeling my finest and I've just got out of the bath and look like a rosy tomato. I just think it's so important to just show all angles and, you know, be truthful and be real. That's something like, just be you. God, we're really banging on here, aren't we? But I thought, you know what, we can get unready together. So I've had an absolute heavenly and divine bath. I'm going to, I tell you what, I've just done that completely the wrong way around. So I say I'm going to get unready with you and off she goes doing something completely different. But I just used my
instant cleanser. I actually use this just for my eyes. This is the like iconic by Facial Lancome eye makeup remover. You kind of give it a mix. It says it's actually a non-oily. It is for sensitive skin and amazing at like removing that sort of pesky makeup. So I am going to actually go in with a double cleanse, and this is actually something I have been trying for the last couple of months. My mum actually gave it to me in South Africa. I can't actually see the label at the top. It has actually rubbed off, but it says on the back, by Zo or Z-O Skin Health, by Zine somebody. I will get the exact details and leave it on screen. Not really doing very much for this, am I? It's a hydrating cleanser for normal to dry skin. And I just love the fact that it really, really foams up. So you can put it on dry skin. And then I would suggest to sort of make your hands slightly damp. Give it a good rub in your hands. You can actually lather it up in your hands first if you want to. And then go crazy. And I always say, if you have a really good cleanser, you don't need to double cleanse. However, if you are like commuting or wearing lots of makeup or just feel as though you want to have like a deep cleanse, I would personally recommend to double cleanse. And you can actually get really like bespoke and personalized with it. I swear by my LMS Miracle Balm. I think it's called Miracle Balm. I'm not doing very well with my names at the moment. I absolutely adore it. And I use that first as it sort of just melts my makeup off. And then I use this just to like really get a good old scritch on. It looks so ridiculous. So with just a touch of warm water and the fact I'm about to lose my towel, I'm going to wash this off. And then we're going to do the final 2 steps. I do not overcomplicate skincare. I think sometimes, and especially with the skincare market, people can get so carried away and be sort of sold all of these different products and be told that you have to have an eye cream and serum and glycolic acid and oh my goodness, collagen. And obviously collagen's a great thing, but I just think like product on product on product on product, we are blocking our pores, and essentially that's what leads to breakouts and blackheads. And I think at my age right now, I just stripped it back and just went back to basics, and I actually think my skin has never looked better. I always go and see my facialist and she's like, don't go in and use a really strong exfoliant. No, with a good cleanser, actually a towel, you are exfoliating the skin that you actually need to take off with just that alone. You don't need really harsh, abrasive exfoliants, because you're actually damaging your own skin. We think we're doing all these remarkable things when actually we're making the situation worse. But anyway, I am not a facialist or dermatologist or any expert at all. I am just giving you my personal opinion and just showing you what I do myself. I do also make sure to get into my hairline behind my ear, and I am officially losing my towel. Behind the ears, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, it's so important. Down the neck. Oh, we're really getting into this now. We're having a bit of a spa night. Goodbye. Right, I am in fact actually going to take my towel off, not on camera. I'm going to put my PJs on and we're going to do the rest of my skin. We're going to do a little bit of rollering. I've actually just had a Space & delivery, not an ad. I wish I could work with Space & that's the dream. Add it to the dream brand list. Let's make that happen. And got a few bits and bobs that I swear by, so I'm going to share that with you. I'm also going to pop a hair mask in because tomorrow is hair wash day, and we are going to make it you're going to giggle, it's called Money Hair Mask. Yes, right, I'm going to be back in a jiffy. I need to wash this off. Okay, I officially look like a greasy naked bull rat tomato face. Great look. Great look. Oh my goodness. Right, I would not be able to live without my Tangle teaser. Like probably one of my most used products in my bathroom, along with my toothbrush and hairbrush, absolute musts. But let's do, what should we do first? Let's do skin. So products that I've been trying since Christmas, and actually was a Christmas present from my mum, and a brand that I'd actually never tried before is called Tatcha. It is a Japanese skincare brand. Again, just for reference, this is not an ad, I'm just obsessed. And you know when you hear about like donut glazed skin, I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Just the way that my skin glows, it's plumped, it's hydrated, moisturized. I wake up in the morning and I am glowing. My skin is glossy. And as you guys can see, I mean, I have squeaky clean skin, I would hope, after 2 cleanses. And I am probably one of the only people in the world that actually really quite like my crow's feet. I have a very expressionable face. I love smiling. I'm quite dramatic with my facial expressions, which then do lead to fine lines. But these products have literally been working wonders. And as I said, I've kind of like stripped it back. So I believe they've got a few different collections when it comes to their products. And this is just the one that my mum bought me. Look at this, I'm so obsessed. I'm almost at the end. And you know me, how bad I am with reordering things, and the fact that I would always recommend do a subscription basis so you don't have to think about it. Well, my team are amazing. I was like, I'm running out of my favorite moisturizer. Bang, here we are. So this is actually a larger pot. And I mean, first and foremost, look at this branding, and you get like a little gold spoon on the top. I'm bewildered. So this is their dewy skin cream. On the back, it replenishes and it plumps. It's antioxidant rich Japanese purple rice. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then this is what I put on first. So this is the dewy serum. So for reference, just take a mental image of my skin right now. And then we are going to look like a Krispy Kreme donut. Talk about the original donut glaze. Oh, what I would do for one of those Krispy Kremes right now. And oh my gosh, such a beautiful product. And again, I just like fall in love with my morning and nighttime routines. I've actually been popping this under my makeup for the last couple of weeks, and I just feel like it has just taken the glow to a whole nother level. So that is the serum, and my skin just goes and then wait for this. I also think like the texture of it, it's so interesting. It doesn't feel like a thick moisturizer at all. It's like a combination between a cream and a gel. I just want to like smear this all over my body. However, that would be quite funny. You also don't need that much at all. So make sure to get into your hairline, your eyes. I actually saw an Instagram reel on Instagram, state the obvious, from Maura Higgins, and she was so interesting. She said she doesn't use an eye cream because how does your face know the difference between like your eyes and your nose and your mouth? It's all skin, which I thought was actually really rather interesting. And I've not been using an eye cream since I've actually started using these products. And look at that, like the glow is unreal. I really have fallen head over heels in love with Tatcha. I'm desperate to try the other products, but you know when you find something that really works for you, and my skin seems to just be loving it, I kind of don't want to upset the apple cart. So I will, over the next few months, try the others and let you guys know what I think. So that is literally all I do in terms of skincare. I always pop a lip balm on. This is my Love Potion from Wild. I do work with them. This is not an ad, but how cute is this? This is from their brand new Valentine's collection. Another thing which I think is a bit random, you guys are probably going to tell me off about, I actually really like popping on my wild deodorant at night. Just ensures that like I don't get like sweaty in the middle of the night and like wake up being stinky. It's just not really a vibe for me. And it's kind of like moisturizing my armpits and it smells so nice. Kind of like roll over in the middle of the night and I get like a whiff of it and I'm like, oh, you smell good, girl. And then what else are we doing? So here we go, the Money Mask. I've actually never used this before. It is the Colour Wow Chris Appleton Money Mask for super glossy, expensive looking hair. Well, Chris Appleton, you're gonna have to work wonders because this is not a vibe. Let's actually go and pop some of this on. Oh, it smells lovely. And it's like icy blue. It's like Elsa. And, oh wow, it's interesting. It's like, oh, you know that like, oh, it's an interesting consistency. You know that sort of like squidgy like thing you used to get as a child that like is like, you know, squidgy. Oh, I don't quite know what to do with this. So we're going to nicely smear. I sort of pop it on around the front. Oh my gosh, I'm going to literally look like the most revolting, slicked back little rat thing. Okay, and I mean, I get really into this. This is the weirdest texture ever, but I kind of really love it. It's like gooey, gunky glue. You know, guys, this might be the secret to having rich looking hair. I mean, what does rich looking hair even mean? Okay, well, this is not looking so good, but this is not the point. It's when we wash and blow dry tomorrow. I also feel like we need to do an updated hair tutorial. I get so many questions about how I create my big bossy blow dries, considering I have poker straight hair, how to make it last, how to actually even do it. I did giggle. One of my absolute OGs on here, you know who you are, sent me the most hilarious video of her trying to use her Dyson Airwrap for the first time. I'm gonna say, we've all been there, my darling. You're like, your arms are hurting and your hair's flying everywhere and it looks terrible. But trust me, there is a hack, and the more you do it, the better your hair gets, and you won't have to go to the hairdressers for professional blow dries. You will be able to actually do it at home yourselves. So kind of I've worked that through my hair and through my product. I'm like absolutely bewildered by this. It's a weird texture, but anyway, I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like tomorrow. And I really do like focus on those areas. You know, I think this was in a goodie bag that I very gratefully received. But I can imagine it's quite expensive. So, you know, use it sparingly. And I kind of think about like, I get breakages here because when my hair is tied back tight, I get breakages around the bottom and the back. And of course we want to look after the ends so that my hair is coated, absolutely coated. And that is the hair all done. She's had her own little bit of hair care. Do a little bit of brushing. And that is that. I tell you what, I was actually going to put a load of moisturizer on my body, and something I swear by and I normally have stock of, but said person, terrible at reordering things and then forget, and then when I really need it I'm like, oh my gosh, is the Golden Tan Maximizer by Lancaster. Epic. If you have even a tiny little hint of a glow or a tan, I'm not even joking, take my word for it, this is going to prolong it. Good if I showed you the front. I would personally say for like 4 weeks. It really, I don't know how it does it. It's not fake tan. It is an after sun lotion, and yeah, 1 month tan prolonging. It's epic. I might even have to take my pajamas off and just slather. Well, we've kind of like slathered the rest of my body, so why not do the top to the tail. Well, we've had such a gorgeous day today. It's literally been the absolute dream. I've been working from home. Oh, got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Oh wow, you can like really that for a snatched face. Oh my goodness. Look at the glow. I'm obsessed. But woke up to the most beautiful day, mooching through the orchard with the boys, got a whole heap of work done with the girls, and just had like the dreamiest afternoon with Steve. I literally feel like a child in a candy store with like a new hobby. I suppose it's always been a love and a passion of mine, and I've always admired and respected, and I'm just so grateful to be able to walk into our gardens and just love every aspect of it. But I think it's about time that I learned how to do it, and in some ways you just have so much more respect for these wildly talented landscape architects and gardeners, and Steve and the David Austin team. I'm so excited about the partnership with David Austin. It's the start of a flourishing partnership, and there's so much more to come, from all of the roses in Mallorca to Chelsea Flower Show to enjoying watching the journey with our own English country border here at home. It's going to be so special. We've quite literally gone from brushing our teeth together and getting out of bed to doing an evening skincare routine. But I'm quite literally going to brush my teeth, and I'm going to go and tuck the boys into bed. I need to take them around for their last little spin before bedtime, because as you can see, it is pitch black out there. But whilst we're here, just to remind you guys, I do have the discount code. If you use SME in capitals, I'll leave it again on screen here. That will get you 20% off. So I'm going to go ahead, brush my teeth, and I will, of course, I know it's one of your favourite things, it's most certainly one of my favourite things. We're going to tuck those delicious little cretins in their beds together.